Hey everybody, I just got done streaming. I was streaming Little Nightmares 2. I got on Discord and happened to notice that there was a pretty positive reception to some of the updates with Operation 7. The blog post went out while I was streaming, so I figured with that positive reception, I knew there was going to be a decent amount here. I started skimming through and yeah, I knew I needed to make a video on it. This is kind of my first impression with a lot of this stuff. I only skimmed through a little bit of it, but either way, just to show off what I think as far as my perception goes, being a Horde and primarily a Horde player, primarily an escape player. Given I'll leave the PvP opinions to the PvP, I'll take a look at them though and go from there. First things first, if you haven't seen the trailer for Operation 7, it's cool, looks great. They're adding in 2 new characters, Yukon as well as then Hannah. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right of the Locust character coming in, because I believe that is from Tactics, if I'm not mistaken. But Hannah Cole, I've been wanting her in since I saw her in Hivebusters, so I am more than happy to see her introduction, and I'm always there to appreciate that. Afira looks like, I'm curious again to see what the map layout is. It immediately gives me a lot of vibes of like Raven Down as far as the way that it looks. It also, they're throwing in these Hammer of Dawn lasers, which we saw on Twitter that the Hammer of Dawn isn't actually going to be a thing that we can use, which, yeah, you know what, that's too bad. I was always love it, and I'm still thinking, you know, 20 classes would be a great promotion for like a collector's pack, and in like Gears 5 Ultimate Edition style, if you wanted to sell it that way, TC. But either way, you know what, bygones in my own little opinions. Introducing the field of view option across all Xbox One devices, fantastic. I know that's going to be a good thing for everybody involved. That way, I don't know if that's also going to apply to Horde, but that's going to be nice. People with Series X's as well as the Xbox One X's that we're playing with can get that increased field of view that I've been using for quite some time. I only use it a little bit, but it is a very nice feature to have. Anyway, on to Horde. One of the most frequently asked questions we get in Gears 5 about the automatic card scrapping in PvE. Yes, finally. I don't have that many duplicates. I'm immediately thinking, like, I know Sammy Cat's got a ton. What I think he said he has like 30, it was like in between 30 and 40 gold confirmed kill cards on his demo, which I imagine that can get him a lot of gold at the end of the day. That'll be nice to finally be able to scrap stuff. I can progress things a little bit faster, and maybe I won't be so darn gold poor. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be gold poor. Like, that's going to be an absolute given, but maybe I'll be less so of that. This is where I stopped reading and I knew that I needed to start recording this. We have changed the ultimate on the mechanic. Previously, they would deploy a group of electric trackers, which become more of a hindrance than a benefit, which is true. I was trying to get used to the bloody balls, but like, there was a lot of times you would we would try and mark them, see if they could actually run towards the enemy you wanted to get them to. They would do good damage, but like, it was results may vary. Same thing kind of happens with the oppressor with the robotics expert, but not to as severe of a degree. So they're replacing this with the mounted turret. When activated, the engineer will deploy a turret that any player can jump on and use against the enemy, which I am so curious to exhaust this. I want to see every way that we can bring a turret back. I'm here for this. Just yes. Oh, that's cool. This change also means that we'll be changing the skill card Bloody Shrapnel to Shredder rounds. This skill card will now cause bleeding damage for any player using mechanics mounted turret. Nice. Your Bloody Shrapnel card progress will carry over to Shredder rounds. Perfect. Just as I would assume. On to PvE promotional class tweaks. Although I gotta grab a drink of water first. Another frequent question we often see is the viability of promotional classes in Gears 5. See what I mean? Just talking about it. Like, I try and bring it up as much as I can that I would like to see some things changed around for the promotional classes, and here we are. Yes. I haven't seen everything that they've got though, so let's see. Oh my god, this is all protector, all architect, all okay, here we go. Change the passive. Thank you, God. Change the passive from every 6th headshot drops Pilfer. Like, I always thought that this was a stupid passive because it was not cohesive with anything else that the protector did. Fantastic to heal for 50% of bleeding damage dealt and resist 30% melee damage. So it's almost giving like a thrill of the hunt vibe with that, which given I still think is a little bit odd that we have the Blade Master and the Protector works very similarly, but hey, you know what? Hey, if they're making it worth it, if they're making it better, lowered regen delay on the Protector's regenerative shield. to 4.25 seconds on all levels across for the card. Oh, okay. Good. So I still think that is an odd card at the end of the day. It's like you got to go back and be safe. But maybe that'll make you play a little bit differently. Do you want to like wait a little bit, go and get stim, run in, do your bleeding damage with a big knife and the other, I cannot remember the card names on the protector right out of the gate, but run in while you have stim, melee, get the bleed damage, you're healing off of that, and that'll help you retreat as that healing damage to get back, get more stim, go back in. Increase stim gain per second on protector's regenerative shield. It goes from 2 stim per second to 12, which is great. Perfect. Increased additional damage on the protector's Nasher mod. Okay. Whoa. Oh my god, that's a double the damage. Jesus. Okay. Increased bleeding damage on the protector's bloody blade. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Bloody blade, not big knife. Big knife is the other card. That's just like increased melee damage. Increase that from 110 to 130. Nice boost. Increase the multiplier on protector's drop shield duration card from 60 to 100%. Again, that's big. It still might be a bit odd with the bubble shield doesn't, like, you can't shoot out of it still is what I'm noticing. I'm not, well, you know what? I should keep reading. Increase the range of protector's close range recharge skill time from 3 meters to 5 meters. Great, love that. Even though I'm like, I haven't really gotten to use this all that much, but I'm excited to see that. I might make a video before protector patch and then try and do one after protector patch in this case. Like maybe I'll try and rush that out. Increase the base duration of drop shield from 10 seconds to 15. Fantastic. Decrease the cooldown of drop shield a whole third of its time. Oh my god. They're giving this they're giving it a nice shoulder massage. I can't even talk. Changed critical damage perk to damage perk. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. So not getting crit damage anymore, just general damage. Beautiful. Changed increased health to damage risk. Oh my god. Oh. And changed ammo capacity to movement speed. Oh. That's, I mean, given I'm a fan of ammo capacity, don't get me wrong on that, but to throw in increased movement speed with damage resistance and damage, yeah, it almost very much feels like you stay back, you get your stim on, you run back in, it's knife, you like crazy, you use bloody blade as long as you can, and then when you feel like you need to retreat, you use the bleeding damage heal with the new passive to then run back and go to safety and get more stim. That's good. All right. I'm excited to see how that'll work. Also, I apologize to anybody that's had to play to level 20 with their architects, or not their promotional classes, and now they're getting buffed. I'm sorry, my heart goes out to you. Architect, decrease cooldown of hologram to okay, to half of its time, which is great. It seems like something that would be like, that's what I found was really useful about Architect, was the hologram is actually a really useful ultimate. It basically would replace a decoy in a lot of your waves by having the time, so long as, like, say if you're using rootkit and you're getting your cooldowns up like crazy to speed up how many times you're using hologram, you basically don't need decoys. You can really distract away from buying as many fortifications because you'll be distracting a lot of enemies. That's really good. Increase the duration of the hologram up to 7 seconds. Love it. Lowered regeneration delay of architects. Yeah. Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Increase the stim to the same thing as the protector. Good. Change the behavior of architect's hologram extend skill card from snub damage from behind extends to ultimate to ballistic damage and extends ultimate. Lovely. I love it. Fantastic. So it encourages you to stop for a minute and unload damage to keep extending the ultimate out. Oh, that's good. I like that a lot. Change the behavior of Architect's custom snub skill card to deal 60% extra damage with the snub to deal 200% extra ballistic damage from the side or behind. So it's almost a on the flank, which the on the flank will work really well with the hologram. That sounds really good as well. I'm immediately thinking, imagine pairing an Architect up now with a veteran. Sounds pretty good. Renamed custom snub to deception. Cool. cool. On to the Slugger. Oh, I'm excited for this one. Change the behavior of Slugger's heavy preparation skill card from additional heavy ammo to There it is. That's exactly what we need. Oh, that's it. That is exactly what I was asking for. Plant 6 additional grenade traps simultaneously. We have grenade traps again. We can, like, I'm trying to think of, like, Tomb would be great for this. renamed heavy preparations to lethal preparations. Oh my god. Increase the amount of grenade damage on Slugger's modified frag. Oh my god, look at that damage. Okay, it's basically going to be frag grenades still. Hold on, let me see. Updated the description of Slugger's modified frag skill card to accurately state the increased explosive radius per level. Cool. Renamed modified frag to grenade proficiency. Hold on. Does that mean change the behavior of Slugger's stopping power skill card from 230% increased stopping power to ballistic rounds penetrate unlimited targets and deal 60% additional damage? So we're going away from the slowdown. Interesting. Which this still seems really cool. I'm very curious to see how the round penetration goes. Rename stopping power to power shot. Yeah, I like that. Change the behavior of Slugger's tough skin skill card to resist melee damage to resist 32% damage within 15 meters. Nice, I like it. Change the behavior of Slugger's follow-up skill card from successive shotgun hits recharge ultimate for 8.5 seconds. That's their level 16 card. To active shotgun hits within 10 meters. Stun drones for 3 seconds. What is active shotgun hits within 10 meters, stun drones for 3 seconds? So Nasher, you get a Nasher, right? You get a Nasher and you are just shooting it. Every shot is stunning it for 3 seconds. Yo, that's nuts. That's really good. That's really good. Naming it impact receiver. All right. Change passive from damage taken recharges ultimate to resist 50% explosive damage. Okay. So they're really thinking of you being grenade planting and then be up close and personal. Change shotgun damage perk to damage perk. Max health. Oh, okay. Here we go. Shotgun damage is just going to general damage. Beautiful. Love it. Changed max health perk to damage resistance. Increased movement. This class is going to be great. Slugger's relevant. There's no way that's not relevant. Grenade resupply perk. Okay, so if they do a Nexus Siege event where you don't have perks, that's one excuse. But what? Like what? They did it. They freaking did it. They did it They did it. Given I was hoping for a grenade resupply card, but that basically just means you don't get an easy out and escape. But at the same time, that's relevant. All right, so I'm going to do what I can to get a before and after, particularly of Slugger and Protector. I will get a match successfully done with them, and then we'll see what the improvements are. Oh my god. Oh, that's nuts. Swapped loadout slots so the Nasher's on the right. Hey, thank you. Wait. The Nasher's on the right? All right, well, whatever. I'll get used to it. Striker. Decreased cooldown on enhanced melee from 300 seconds to 200 seconds. Nice. And also shout outs to Midget right here. He's in a lot of our lobbies. He's in a lot of our matches. He's been getting his striker leveled up. It's level 19. I'm sorry that you will only have to deal with this for a little bit longer, and then you'll probably be level 20 by the time it comes out, but still. Increase the bleeding damage on Striker's Bloody Breaker skill card. Oh my god. To 130. They're borderline. They're gonna triple it almost. Increase the damage of Striker's First Strike skill card from 35 to 100. God. Increase the amount of stim gain from Striker's Stim Siphon card from 23 HP to 120 HP. Amount of stim gain from Striker's. That's pretty good. That's really good. Change the behavior of Striker's Team Up skill card. Okay. Which, I mean, hey, you might actually have a good call to have a Slugger and a Striker in. They would be like your two main DPS classes. That's actually viable. Having, say, like if you had the Slugger planting grenades of whatever kind they want, they set up basically an area of detonation, and then the Striker goes in and gets some bleed damage on stuff, or maybe it covers another side. I can see that working really well. Changed it from resist 32% damage near the Slugger class to resist 50% melee damage. Okay, so I actually kind of prefer the older way as far as the tankiness goes, but it was also, you had to be very near the Slugger class to, you basically just, oh, they're getting rid of the pair up. They're getting rid of the pair up and just calling it melee armor. Okay, so if you're getting up close and you get punched, you get resistance. Okay, I see that. Change the passive from damage taken recharges ultimate to when hit, you move 50% faster for 4 seconds. I guess I'll be curious to see how that works, but fascinating. So you just get straight up movement speed when you get hit, like just, I got hit. Change the behavior of Striker's melee rush skill card from close range decrease or close range damage increases passive by 210%. To melee or bleed kills, reduce ultimate cool. Oh, that's good. That's pretty. I like that a lot. I like the actual second chunk cooldowns like that. I think that's pretty darn great. You change the max health card to damage resistance. Beautiful. Change movement speed to damage. Rip the speedy striker, but hey, you know what? I will take general damage. And swapped out loadout slots so an overkill is on the right. Nice, nice, nice. This is also, I also caught this a little bit later too. This operation drop also sees the release of 3 new maps for Horde: Atrium, Turbine, and Command. So we're basically getting 4 maps in this operation: Ethereum, Atrium, Turbine, Command. I know they're probably going to be hive tiles. I don't care. It's new maps. Like, I'm here for that. These 3 maps will be playable via a special Horde Frenzy event to kick off Op 7. That sounds great. And finally, we're making some additional tweaks across the PvE side of the game. Let's check it out. Added the Lambent Drone, Grenadier, Lambent Theron to Horde and Horde Frenzy. So this is one thing that I'm very much wondering. We were talking about this in our matches. I don't know if this means we're going to have an easier go about Horde, because we're going to see, I'm assuming that we're going to see the Lambent and the Locust fight each other continually, right? It's what they do. So I'm assuming that that's going to distract some enemies. It's basically like borderline decoys. That saved us in some Horde Nexus, like some clutch moments where, like, say a Locust was gonna fight us and then another Lambent comes over like, you son of a bitch, and just boom, starts throwing hands. Like, I think it might make it mildly easier, but I think it's gonna be in a really fun way. Fixed an issue where Lambent Death Explosion didn't deal damage to players or enemies. Fair. Fixed an issue, I saw that, by the way. I noticed that. Fixed an issue where Lambent units would frequently spawn too close to Locust or Swarm units. I can deal with that. Wardens that spawn in the context of being a mini boss will now display their boss locator. Thank you. Thank you. That was a problem we were having. Reduce the base health of Wardens spawning outside of boss wave to 10,000 from 15,000. I'm not the biggest fan of this just because I like the challenge, but you know, I guess I see it because it was one of those, like, they turn into a very big sweat fest wave 9, 10, and 11, but I would be okay if they kept it to 15k. Rebalanced boss combinations in Horde Frenzy to avoid combining bosses that rapidly invalidate low cover positions. yeah, ain't that a peach? You basically, that's where I've been playing Gunner a lot, and that would come in handy if you got a Kestrel and a Sentinel together. Okay, all right, fair enough. So basically just, if you're going to get one enemy that roots you out of cover, you'll get one that doesn't do that as much. Fair enough. Matchmaking into Horde Frenzy will no longer frequently place players in the daily challenge lobbies. Okay. Added the flashbang grenade to the... There's going to be a video that's coming out in maybe like a week or 2. I was a Tactician, Tulu was a Demolitions, and we didn't see the graphic on the Tactician that showed they had stuns, so I was a little bit doubtful going in. I wanted to run an interrogation build, and everything went well. It was honestly one of the best matches I've recorded in a long time, quite frankly. I'm really happy with how it went. The last wave, though, I had one flashbang, and I was gonna die, like in wave 11 or at the beginning of wave 12, but I just forgot to. So I had one flashbang, threw it, didn't do anything, and our tactic got thrown out the window, so we just went and killed everything and we won, and it was still great. But I was trying to, like, we all had that moment of, man, if only the flashbang grenades were in the fabricator, and they just did it. I'll retry the build after a time and see how it goes. Maybe I'll be the demo in that case, and maybe I'll run it back when I get a lot more levels on the Tactician, but ooh, good call, TC. Thank you for that. Escape. Fixed an issue on Forever where occasionally certain enemies would fail to spawn. I've seen that. Fixed an issue on the Blight, the Clock, and the Trap where custom door functionality was not working correctly. I wonder how that goes, but I don't know if that's messing with, like, say there was the medbay doors and stuff like that. I know it's like half and half sometimes they work. I'd be curious to see if that helps. Tactician's Ultimate no longer has 50% increased duration in Horde. Oh, F. That's unfortunate. Tactician's Ultimate no longer has 50% increased duration in Horde. So it was just like a blanket Horde boost on the resupply. We'll have to see how that feels. Fixed an issue where Demolition's Gambit skill card was not allowing the correct number of planting grenades. Okay, fair enough. Combat Medic. Intervention will now revive multiple down players simultaneously. Another nice little upgrade to the Combat Medic. You'll love it, you'll love it. Okay, and then they're going into full tour duty stuff. Those skins look pretty cool. Those ones look actually pretty darn cool, come to think of it. With like the venom in the handle and stuff. I like that, I actually like that a lot. And I can't tell who this is right out of the gate, but their hands are massive. That's what I'm focusing on. All the tour of duty stuff, I'll just like, it's just objectives. So like, hey, cool beans. It's there. I'll do them. Sounds fun. Sounds good. Okay, so that was a heck of a, how far am I into recording? I'm 22 minutes in, Jesus. So this is a lot. Flashbangs, Lambent being added in. We've got 4 new maps coming in: Atrium, Turbine Command, and Ephyria, I can't even say it anymore. The Striker is strong. The biggest ones that I'm the most excited for. Slugger is turning into a full-blown grenade planting class. It is, that feels relevant. That feels good. That is, if that's all Michael Shannon, or if that's whoever else was suggesting the idea, this is what I was wanting. This is what I was asking for, and they nailed it. Pretty spot on. The only thing I'm like, oh darn, you don't get grenade resupply in Escape. But apart from that, that's pretty good. The Architect being a lot more relevant, being its own solid engineer. It's great. The main 2 that I'm excited for though, Protector and Slugger. I am looking forward to making videos on that right out of the gate. Both of these seem like really nice upgrades that should make both of them decently relevant. I'm still a little bit iffy on the Protector being relevant, like fully. I don't know if it's going to be like replacing your Blade Master. I don't think it's going to be replacing like your high tier classes that are getting up close and personal, your DPS, but I am very curious to try. I think that it's going to at least be a heck of a lot better, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what tier lists will end up being whenever I get to those as well. That is fantastic. The mechanic ultimate change is pretty darn cool. I can feel this being incredibly strong, but we'll see how it ends up going. Also, the fact that 1, it's a turret, 2, it's a bleeding turret. I think that's gonna do some damage. Also, I'm starting to see what everybody's point is on the mechanic being really, really strong and doing just as much damage, if not maybe even arguably more than the robotics expert. But that's why it's arguably. I'll have to test that out and see. That is a lot of good stuff, on top of a new character, on top of some new skins, and on top of some new maps and stuff like that. Just good stuff. I cannot wait to try this out. I didn't expect Operation 7 to have anywhere near this much stuff for Horde and for the updates, considering I thought we got a lot of stuff in the drop too. So this is a pleasant surprise for me. I always have my hopes to try and try and improve the promotional classes, try and improve stuff as we go along. I'm just scrolling randomly as I'm going here, but I'm so pleasantly pleased. I think the most excited I am is with these 4 classes actually feeling a lot beefier. They took a lot of our feedback, and it was getting to the point where if you played as a promotional class, it was stigmatized as, oh, you're messing around. Oh, you need to get your levels for them and then just be gone with them. They feel like they might actually be full-blown relevant classes, which means if we had 19 full-blown valid good classes to use in this game, hot dog. That's great. I'm excited for this. Good stuff, TC. I'm excited to see what comes up next. I can't wait to make videos on this. Thank you everybody for watching me ramble and overreact to everything, because this stuff excites me more than it would any normal human being. But it's because I play this game so much. It's every day. I'll be streaming these whenever they come live on Twitch. I'm streaming on Tuesdays and Saturdays primarily. I'll have the stream schedule available in somewhere on the Discord. I'll have to check and see if people want me to post them on YouTube and stuff as well. Follow me on all the social medias. If you enjoyed this video, do the like, sub, bell, of course. Every other call out that every streamer and YouTuber does. And until the next video, stay thirsty, my friends. Also, great news! Anya's getting her hands fixed. She's getting her hands shrunk down. Thank goodness.